Chintan and Yardley. Scope of work's going to be bed cleanup. He didn't really want mulch originally because he said he did it last year, but I'm just going to separate line item it for putting mulch. We could go really thin with it because his mulch does look pretty decent. He more so wanted the beds kind of cleaned up, edged, prepped, maybe turn the mulch over a little bit, so we'll do all that. But then I'll separate line item for a little thin layer of mulch install. So starting in the front, you got both around trees. So if he doesn't accept the mulch, just make sure that we clean up, rake it out a little bit. I told him, like, if we don't bring in any new mulch, we'll rake it out and clean it up, but it's not going to look amazing. It's not going to pop. So I'd recommend. So hopefully he says, yeah, do it. But anyway, there's like some sticks and stuff. If you can just clean that up, kind of rake it, clean it up. These 4 bushes here in the front, you can trim the sides of them a little bit, leave the tops go. Just looking to trim the sides so that they don't encroach on each other. You can see they're already starting to kind of cross paths a little bit. So just give them a little shape up on the sides. Kind of rake the beds, clean them up a little bit. If you do put mulch down, just be careful getting close to the house. It already looks like if his gutters are overflowing or something, but looks like he's getting some splash effect onto his house. So just don't go heavy near the house. All these plants, like any yellowy dormant stuff, you just want to like kind of pull it out. Anything that's green, leave alone. Just kind of snip them up. These azaleas in the front, just do a light pruning. They don't need much, but just the stuff that's sticking up, just give it a little shape. Yeah, a little mulching still here around the trees. Got some sticks, got some weeds, like some onion weeds popping up. Same thing around the mailbox, just weed it out a little bit. Fresh mulch if he accepts that. He also wants aeration and overseeding. So for myself, I'll give him a price for aeration and overseeding. The one thing that I'll separate line item as well would be, you want to dethatch him. I told him we're not going to do dethatching in the spring, but what we could do is just this area back here. He had a French drain put in, and they brought in topsoil and seed, but it like just turned into all weeds. So just this area where you see it's all brown, just take a rake before we aerate and overseed and just like rake out. Probably a plastic rake will do it. You can also bring a metal rake in case. Just rake out some of this dead stuff just to get it out of here, just to kind of open up that soil for aeration and overseeding. And then back here, you just got a little bit of mulch around these little trees here. Nothing really going on in the back besides the aeration. Note for aeration as well, he's got these drains, and they're all in a line here. I think there's 4 of them, he said. Just watch out for them, mark them out or whatever. 2. There's another one. There's that there, but I thought there was one more. Yeah, just keep an eye out for them, mark them out. That's the neighbor, don't worry about that. This is all the neighbor, don't worry about that. Nothing with cleanup of the leaves. I told them whoever mows you, they can just probably mow over, it'll be fine. Lightly trim these 2 plants and then just clean up the leaves and stuff. You can even, you know, I would get them out of here, but even if you end up getting a couple into the yard to get mowed over, that's fine. And just weed out, kind of reestablish the edge a little bit for him. And if he accepts mulch, throw down some mulch. No trimming of these, you can leave these alone. And that's it.